Hey Canucks fans, are we finally seeing the maturation of Jake Virtanen? I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCVC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, December the 7th. You guys know that yesterday I was in Burien, Washington, playing in my first international bowling tournament. Did well, played with my doubles partner. My doubles partner was my national champion, son Jacob, and we actually did well. We came in 6th out of 43 teams, and we just missed out on the stepladder semifinal, but overall we were happy with how we bowled. Everyone was wearing these really cool bowling jerseys, and there I was in my Pro Shop sponsored t-shirt. But hey, at least I had my name on my back, and I felt really, really cool. So that was good. He stayed for another day. I had to come back last night, drive back the full 2.5 hours without stopping once. No bathroom break, no drink break. I just used my old man strength and powered through and made it all the way home. I'm on my way to a work event right now. So that was that. I saw that I missed a really entertaining game. I saw it was 80s Day, so the beautiful Canuck boat parody skit that they did, the parody video, awesome. Hot on the heels of the 70s Canucks bunch one that I was involved with. So I really love what the Canucks creative team is doing. My lovely and talented co-collaborator in crime, Marie Huey, sang the anthem. She looked great. She sounded great as always. And the game itself, pretty crazy. You know, I'm not going to recap the whole game, but I saw the game-winning goal, that popped the lid off the water bottle by JT Miller, pretty cool. Saw all the Canucks penalties. Saw the Buffalo penalty that helped us win the game in overtime. Saw the Bo Horvat concussion scare. It's pretty awesome to see him fist bumping everyone after the game, congratulating with his teammates. But today, I want to talk about Jake Virtanen. He has quietly put up 6 points in the last 5 games. He now has 15 points on the season in 30 games. You extrapolate that, right, to a full 82-game season, and he's on pace for 41 points, which would be a career high, right? He had 25 last year, 20 the year before that. So we're starting to see, a slow climb in his point totals. It's not all about point totals, but 20, 25, and on pace for 40, like I said. Jake Virtanen is one of my favorite players. Sure, he's not the superstar that Pettersson, Hughes, Horvat, Besser are, but many of you know that I met his parents 2 years ago at an exhibition game, and that was the year after 2016-17 that Virtanen spent the whole season basically in Utica. And his parents were telling me how much he loved playing under Travis Green in Utica at that time, how much he loved guys like Darren Archibald taking him under his wing, and you can see he's become a better pro since then. Now, he's only playing 12 minutes a game, 12 to 13 minutes a game. He's a third-line player, but that third line has been very effective with Adam Gaudette in the middle, Antoine Roussel on one wing and Jake Virtanen on the other wing. You got to love what that line brings. There's speed on there with Gaudette and Virtanen. There is grit with Roussel, and actually Gaudette and Virtanen can play the gritty as well, and they're not afraid to stand up for one another, and they have been playing very well. Last night in the Buffalo win, or yesterday in the Buffalo win, they combined for 4 points. Virtanen had 2 assists, and Roussel had 2 goals, and Gaudette was held off the score sheet, but altogether they're all +1. Then the other game against Ottawa, it was Gaudette that had 2 goals, and then Roussel and Virtanen each had a point as well. So they're +2 each in that game. So not only have they been a combined 8 points between the 3 guys over the past 2 games, but in a plus-minus standpoint, they went +2 and then +1 as a line, and really, really good. The 3 of them were out there when Buffalo scored their game-tying goal with just over a minute left. Can't really blame them. It was the end of a long shift. They actually, for that shift, and I heard, I think Roussel talking about it, they were happy with how they played that shift, actually. They had kept all the shots from the outside. They didn't look really, the Buffalo didn't really look like they were going to threaten, but it was a minute of chasing, one man short in your own end. It's bound to get to you. Gaudette maybe left too big of a gap on that game-tying goal, and the point shot went in. So not blaming Gaudette, not blaming the line. Overall, the line has played, like I said, very, very well. But that's why they're only a +1 yesterday, because they were on the ice for that goal. But then they were on the ice for, obviously, both of Roussel's goals. Virtanen assisted on both of them. So what's really interesting is before I get into Jake Virtanen's game, is what's going to happen when Brandon Sutter is fully healthy? Do you break up that third line of Gaudette, Roussel, and Virtanen? They've been playing well for the last 2 games together. It's only been 2 games, but they've looked very good. Roussel has 3 goals in those 2 games. Gaudette has 2, and Virtanen has 3 assists in those 2 games. So that's it's tough to break them up, right? Or can you put Sutter on the 4th line? Beagle and Schaller struggled together. They're -3 last night with Michael Frillen on their side. So maybe you put Sutter in with Beagle on that 4th line with Michael Furlan. You take Tim Schaller out for a bit, maybe. He's kind of cooled off a little bit. And then you still have guys like Sutter
and B, go there for your penalty kill. You have Roussel there, and then you have to use either one of Pearson or Gaudette or Ferland on the penalty kill as well. But at least you have your two centers back. So that'll be very interesting to see, especially if Sutter's ready for Tuesday night against Toronto. Does who comes out? Is it Tim Schaller? I don't want it to be Jake Virtanen, given how well he's been playing. Like I said, 6 points in his last 5 games, and a really solid third line unit with Adam Gaudette and Antoine Roussel. So lastly, I want to talk about the maturity of Jake Virtanen's game. And I want him to do well. For me, it's not even about justifying his 6th overall pick, right, in back in 2014. It's not about that at all. For me, it's about just wanting him to be a good player and help the Vancouver Canucks succeed. That's what I care about. And, he's got this tantalizing combination of skill. He can skate so fast. He's got a good release on the shot. He's big. He can hit guys, but he hasn't put it all together just yet. And I think we're starting to see signs that he is putting it all together. Now, I have been one, admittedly, to question his hockey IQ. I'm not saying he's not a smart player, but I would say that he would often make bad decisions, sometimes defensively, but more I guess, frequently in the offensive zone. And he either not picking the opportune times to go to the net or not going to the net enough, quite frankly. And or a lot of times I would say that the puck dies, the play dies on a stick. Oftentimes he would come in and take a whiffer or a weak shot from the outside, into the goalie and the play's done. Or he'd take a weak shot and then a scoring chance for the Canucks would be done. And it's really too bad because he does have a really good wrist shot and a really good snapshot, and he's got speed, and he can take guys, around the corner, not around the corner, down around the wing, many times, beat guys down the boards, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't always do it. But on the 2 goals yesterday, he showed really, really good hockey sense. On the first goal that Antoine Roussel scored, you guys know Virtanen had the puck on the boards. And Roussel was coming. There was kind of a scramble, a loose puck. Roussel was going to take it. Virtanen was going to take it, and then Roussel basically told Jake, "You take it." And Roussel basically called himself off and told Jake to play it. So Jake made a really, really smart play. Instead of putting it around the boards behind the net or trying to center it, he actually put it back to the point. Point shot went, a rebound off the goalie off a Hutton, and then Roussel put in the very easy rebound for the goal. And that was a great play that started off with Virtanen's heads up play, not only recognizing the situation, listening to Roussel, trusting him, and then getting the puck back to the point as opposed to centering it or ringing around the boards the other way. That was a great play. Then on the second Roussel goal, similar thing. It was a 2-on-1. It was a broken play, turnover in the neutral zone. Virtanen brings the puck over the line with speed. And instead of trying a centering pass that could have gotten broken up, instead of taking a wrist shot or a high shot that the goalie could have gloved or that could have gone wide, Virtanen put a hard, low shot into Hutton's pads. Enough so where there was going to be a rebound. Sure enough, the rebound went right out to the slot, and Roussel, showing excellent hand-eye coordination and concentration, put the puck in the net for a second rebound goal of the night. So Roussel now has 2 goals. And then Virtanen has his 2 assists. And I read in the Armies yesterday by Harmon Dial that they were joking around how that Virtanen says he did that on purpose, right? That he did a low hard shot on purpose, knowing that Roussel was driving to the net. And then there was some quips about Markstrom making fun of Virtanen, saying, "Oh, well, that was the obvious play," or of course, that Roussel was going to be open because it was a 2-on-1, things like that. I think they're joking around about that Virtanen wanted to do that so Roussel, could beat his man, and then Markstrom would say, "Well, of course, someone's going to beat his man because it was a 2-on-1." Regardless, it was a very, very nice shot. So, and I want to give props to Roussel on both his goals. Roussel's a very quick decision maker when the puck's on a stick, and he's got great hand-eye coordination. We saw that on both of his goals. But both of them were set up by Jake Virtanen. The secondary assist on the first goal, and then the primary assist on the second goal. So in both of those situations, those plays could have easily not resulted in a goal or even a scoring chance if Virtanen makes a different play. But last night, he made some really good plays, and both of them led to Antoine Roussel goals. So I am hoping that we are seeing the full maturation, the development, and the progress of Jake Virtanen. Like I said, he's one of my favorite players, and the better he does, obviously, the better his line does, and more importantly, the better the Canucks do. Canucks fans, would love to know what you think. Tell me what you think, especially if you've followed Jake Virtanen's career as a Vancouver Canucks. Only 23 years old, but at the same time, he's not 19 or 20 or 21 yet anymore. So we're starting to see who he's going to be, but he's still got a lot of prime years ahead of him. I'm really excited because I think he's starting to show that he can be a very effective player, whether it's a third line, second line, wherever you want to put him. But I'd love to know what you think. Tell me what you thought about his game yesterday. Tell me what you know about the frustrations or the excitement and joy you've had following his career as a Vancouver Canuck. And do you agree with me that you shouldn't break up that third line right now of Gaudette, Roussel, and Virtanen and find another place for Brandon Sutter to play if he's indeed healthy? Let me know. Leave a comment below. I'll get back to you later. I got a work event to get to now, but I'll read all the comments below and I'll reply to them later. I promise. So, Jake Virtanen, Vancouver Canucks. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you like to like this video. If you like to enjoy the day. God bless. Go Canucks, go.